The Aramaic Bible in English, Genesis chapter 22. And it came to pass after these things that God tested Abraham and said to him, Abraham. And he said, Behold, here I am. And he said, Take now your son, your only son, Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of the Amorites, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains of which I will tell you. And Abraham rose up early in the morning and saddled his ass and took two of his young men with him and Isaac his son and cut wood for the burnt offering and rose up and went to the place of which God had told him. And on the third day, Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw the place afar off. And he said to his young men, You stay here with the ass, and I and the boy will go yonder to worship and return to you. And Abraham took the wood for the burnt offering and laid it upon Isaac his son. And he took the fire in a container and a knife in his hand. And they went both of them together. And Isaac spoke to Abraham his father and said, My father. And he answered, Here I am, my son. And Isaac said, Behold the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering? And Abraham said, God will provide himself the lamb for a burnt offering, my son. So they went both of them together. And they came to the place of which God had told him. And Abraham built an altar there and laid the wood in order and bound Isaac his son and laid him on the altar upon the wood. Then Abraham stretched forth his hand and took the knife to slay his son. And the angel of the Lord called to him from heaven and said, Abraham, Abraham. He said, Here am I. And he said to him, Do not lay your hand on the boy, neither shall you harm him. For now I know that you are a man who reveres God, seeing that you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me. And Abraham lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, a ram caught in a thicket by his thorns. And Abraham went and took the ram and offered up for a burnt offering instead of his son. And Abraham called the name of this place Orion Nikizi. That is, the Lord will provide, as it is said to this day, on this mountain the Lord shall provide. And the angel of the Lord called to Abraham from heaven a second time and said, I have sworn by myself, says the Lord, for because you have done this thing, and you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me, I will surely bless you, and I will surely multiply your descendants as the stars of heaven, and as the sand which is on the sea shore, and your descendants shall inherit the lands of their enemies. And by your seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because you have obeyed my voice. So Abraham returned to his young men, and they rose up and went together to Beersheba. And Abraham dwelt in Beersheba. And it came to pass after these things that it was told Abraham, saying, Behold, Milcah has also borne children to your brother Nahor. Uz his firstborn, Buz his brother, and Kimuel, the father of Aram, and Kasar, Hazo, Pilrash, Jarlath, and Buthil. And Buthil begot Rebekah. These eight Milcah did bear to Nahor, Abraham's brother, and his concubine, whose name was Roma, also bore Teba, Gaham, Tahash, and Makkah.